Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Rehan Fahmi, and I'm student of English Education Department, and now I'm sit in semester 5D. Okay, in this video, I will explain what I have learned from the lesson teaching English as a foreign language. First, I will explain about methodology and method in language teaching. What is methodology? Methodology refers to the study of teaching language skills, including planning, preparing materials, and evaluating methods. And what is method is? Method are specific classroom techniques and practices used to teach a second language, often based on particular approach. Now we continue. What evaluation of language teaching methods? First, we have a grammar translation method. Grammar translation method focus on grammar rules and translating between languages common in the 19th century. Second is direct method. Emphasize direct communication in the target language, emerged in the early 20th century. The third is audiolingual method. What is audiolingual method? The function from audiolingual method is emphasized direct communication in the target language, emerged in the early 20th century. Fourth is audiovisual method. What the function is? Use drills and repetition to develop fluency, popular in the mid 20th century, influenced by behaviorism. The fifth is cognitive code method. Emphasize understanding language structures and meaning, emerged in the 1960s, influenced by cognitive psychology. The sixth is communicative language teaching. The function is focus on developing communicate competence, became prominent in the late 20th century. There we have a techniques and approach. The techniques is refers to specific act of behavior used by teachers to enhance learning, including using visual aids or providing feedback. Method refers to systematic and organized may use to teach particular subject or core area. And next, approach. Approach refers to the theory about the nature of language and language teaching that serve as the source of practices and principles in language teaching approach may of dealing with something. Next, I will explain about language teaching. We have a concept in language teaching. First, teaching approach. Teaching approach used its set of principal beliefs or ideas about the nature of learning, which is translated into the classroom. Second is teaching method. The systematic way of doing something implies an orderly, logical engagement of steps. It's more procedural. The third is teaching techniques. Teaching techniques are such steps we follow when we teach. It is the teacher styles or tricks to accomplish an immediate objective. Fourth is teaching strategy. Teaching strategy are method of approaching a problem or task, modes of operation of achieving particular ends, or plan designed for controlling and manipulating certain communication or information. Fifth is teaching model. Teaching model is conceptual framework that describe how teacher and student we have terms in language teaching. That is ESL, English as a second language. TESOL, teaching English to speakers of other language. EFL, English as a foreign language. Mengenglish and Singlish. What is EFL, English as a foreign language? EFL specifically focus on teaching English to non-native speakers in countries where English is not the primarily language. What is ESL? English as a second language. ESL is typically used in countries where English is the primary language, such as United States or Australia. What is TESOL? TESOL is teaching English to speakers of other languages. TESOL refers to the broader field of teaching English is to non-native speaker encompassing both teaching English as a second language (ESL) and EFL. And the last is Menglish or Singlish. Menglish and Singlish are colloquial form of English used in Malaysia and Singapore, respectively. They incorporate local dialect and cultural expression, often diverging from standard English. Understanding this variation is crucial for effective communication in their respective contexts. We have next, I will explain about audiolingual. The audiolingual method is a foreign language learning method that uses practical patterns, exercise, or mimic imitation and memorization to or mimic facilitate the language learning process. This include the use of conversation and basis for learning with a focus on listening and speaking skills before reading and writing. The goals, there are two objectives in this method. First is short range objective includes training in listening, comprehension, and accurate pronunciation. Then second is long range objective, or the ultimate goal is to develop the students' abilities are the same like what native speakers have to use it automatically without stopping to think. We have a teaching method. First is physical response method and grammatical translation method, and the last communicative approach. Total physical response. This method where students learn English through physical action like following simple commands, stand up or sit down. Created by Dr. James Asher, this method mimics how children learn their first language. Grammatical translation. Grammatical translation method focus on translating English sentence into the student's native language with emphasis on grammar rules. The last is communicative approach. This method emphasizes real-life communication, student practice, speaking through discussion, role plays, and games, focusing on natural conversation. We have teaching approach, communication approach. What are teaching approach and communication approach? Teaching approach is the method and strategies used by the instructor to deliver the subject matters. Objective to increase student understanding and engagement. Next is communication approach. The way instructor interacts and communicates with student. Objective to build rapport and create positive learning environment. Types of teaching approach. First is traditional approach. We have a lecture and direct teaching, constructive approach, project-based learning, collaborative learning, differential approach, and customization of learning according to student needs. Next, a content-based approach. Content-based approach. A content-based approach focus on using using content from specific subject or areas as the medium for teaching and learning language. This approach integrates language learning with academic content, emphasizing meaningful communication or practical language use rather than isolated grammar or vocabulary exercises. It is widely used in contexts where a learner needs to develop both language skills and knowledge in specific field. Next, I will explain about the importance assessment in language learning. First is we have a motivation and progress. Assessment provides feedback and motivation, encouraging learners to trick and develop work towards environment. Next is teaching and learning. The helps teachers tailor their instruction to meet individuals' needs and adjust their approaching optimize learning outcomes. The last is accountability. Assessment offers the whole picture, learner progress, ensuring accountability to stakeholders like parents or administrators. The last I will explain from this lesson about the productive skills. Productive skills is a skill that involves the learners to actively produce language. These skills are often referred to as active skills. These skills include, first is speaking. the ability to communicate verbally and express those ideas and opinions. Second is writing, the ability to compose written text that is coherent and grammatically correct. Uh, Next is receptive skills. Receptive skills are skills that involve the understanding and interpretation of language by learners. These skills are often referred to as passive skills. These skills include listening and reading. So that's the explanation for me about the lesson teaching English as a foreign language. If you find some mistake, I beg your pardon. The last I will say assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.